Your wish is my command, Dwight. What's up, Tupac? Dwight demanded that I go live, so I'm here. How do I don't want to do anything. Kinda chill. Oh, thanks so much.
There.
Kinda, yeah. You decide. Thank you so much. Where's the chat? Okay, boom, right there. What's up, Dwight? Come on. You could tell that was Baldur's Gate 3 just from the sound effects? That's crazy. Somebody said we playing Baldur's Gate 3? You're an addict. That's why I just started playing it today. I just realized that it was local 2-player. So So Dwight, how was the rest of Amber's life?
It was fun. It was pretty chill.
Yeah, good. That's good. He said Shadowheart got me bricked. Jam, your favorite box.
Yay.
Jim's in the
What's
house.
up? Merry Christmas. Or to you guys, or Happy New Year.
To all,
Yeah.
to all, good night, I guess.
Happy holidays. Hey, expand your screen so I can tap it better. Thank you.
Yeah. It's your imperative. Yo, he said Shadowheart got me bricked. Shadowheart's the girl that you saved from the Mind Flayer pod in the beginning. Oh, you're gross. Well, you're not gross for thinking that she's hot. You're gross for saying it. I don't know.
I've been told I'd really like that game. I've never played it.
I mean, it's just D&D, but
Yeah.
automatic. Yeah.
We should start a D&D thing.
That's what everybody always says that, and then
Yeah, but we know so nobody can do the dungeon master unless you got to get a very specific type of person. And like we had one who I wish you could have met him, Zach. Like Jim knows Muffin. He was an incredible dungeon master, but his was all about femboys. And it was awesome.
A femboy D&D.
It was, yeah. It was pretty amazing. He did riddles and puzzles. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
But like Nils, have you ever met Nils? He's Dream. What does he go by now, Jim? Dream of something?
Dream of something. He has like a blue background with like this sun or something.
He knows everything.
No, when I think blue background, I think of Illus philosophy. Sorry.
That's like
No,
dark
not like
blue.
that.
He has a baby blue.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Dream of Justin. Dream of Dawn. Oh, hey Meg.
Dream of Dawn.
Dream of Dawn. That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, Megs.
Hey, Megs.
So he wants to be a dungeon master, and he
You
would
want
be
a
an
good reason?
incredible.
You want a
world
good reason
builder.
for God?
Yeah. What's up?
I'll give you a good reason because you're a creation.
Well, I mean, that's just begging the question, right? I mean, do you see the text bubble? Kind of chill, kind of yelling. You decide.
Can I decide what?
Yeah. Well, you're deciding to make it kind of yelling by just saying I'm a creation. But wait, we're talking about a video game right now. If you can wait.
Does that have anything to do with the topic?
Oh, I'm done.
No, but I kind of just went live because I was asked to go live by a friend.
What video game are y'all talking about?
Dungeons and Dragons and Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Damn, bro.
D&D.
I'm sorry. I like anime, like Xenoverse, Sparking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know, I have friends who like cartoons. That's fine.
Bro, it's all a cartoon, bro.
Huh?
It's all a cartoon.
That's true. Wait. Okay.
It
Oh,
was
Meg,
all
what's
a
up?
dream.
I used to read.
You guys have Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I started playing
Yeah,
it today with my fiance. So
you're gonna get hooked.
I really like it so far.
It's the first role playing game I've ever played, and like I'm going through my like 2.5 second playthrough right now.
It's the combat's really hard. I,
What you got to do is because like the mods are like built right into the game pretty much, so they're super easy to install. But if you just do the one that gets rid of your party limit,
what?
yeah. So if you just do like the get remove party limit or whatever, or you can increase the party limit to whatever,
Uh huh.
and then you can have like basically any of the characters that you can have join your party. You can just have them all at the
Really?
same time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So like within the first like day of playing the game, you can end up with
And you can do this
like
on like PS5 or is this just like on PC?
I'm not sure if it's on the PS5. It's on PC for sure.
Yeah, PC gamers get all the clout and all the stuff.
Like within the first little bit of playing, you can end up with like 6 or 7 people in your party, and then you're just OP,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you can kind of chew through the storyline pretty quick.
Do you have it on PC?
Huh?
Dwight, do you have Baldur's Gate?
No, I don't. I don't have any gaming systems. Well, I have a Wii.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Well,
I mean, we bowling though. The bar anti-choice is pro-life.
Bro,
Right.
I bowled a 300 on Wii bowling.
It
Bro,
That's a flex right there.
it is.
makes me want to jump up and do a complete 360. And then,
Funny because my kids hated playing video games with me because I'm no mercy, and so I would just destroy them.
yeah, get good.
Exactly.
And then, so you got rid of your gaming consoles for your kids?
No. They're adults now, so they have their own gaming systems. They're all
Nice.
gamers.
And now do they shit on you?
I don't play video games, but yeah, they probably would.
Yeah. That such is life. You either die a hero or live
Yeah.
long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway, Cross, you said good reasons for God is that I'm a creation.
Yep.
Yeah, do you know who created me?
God.
Nuh-uh. My mom and dad created me.
Wrong. Your mom developed you, and you were already in your dad. You were
When
created
when a
by
man and a
God.
woman love each other very much.
Yeah, when two grown men love each other very much.
Yeah, bro, that's a cool joke. Did your mom teach you that one? Did she also teach you to act like not a man?
Wait, how do you act like a man? Wait, are you an alpha male believer?
No, but I think that you can just be yourself, bro, instead of trying so hard.
so then,
Wait, you think I'm not being myself?
I know you're not. That's why you're stuttering.
Wait, what if myself stutters?
You don't stutter. You'd be absolute in all that you do.
Wait, but if I
kinda-
do
it's
stutter,
kinda
what's the
ableist,
argument
isn't
that I don't stutter? What the fuck are you talking about?
You didn't stutter in that. You didn't stutter in that question, but you stuttered when you were answering me about you not
What's
being
the argument
yourself.
that somebody who stutters every single word?
I know that you're not yourself. I know you're not, and you know you're not too. And you know that you don't know who you are.
Are you quoting Zoolander right now?
No,
I know
bro.
you, and you
You
know
see?
you, and I know that you know that
You
I
see,
know
and you
you.
always have to find something funny to say, bro. Just be you.
Zach, if you were a real man, you would speak with that, like, Batman voice.
Who's to be a man is just to be yourself, to be an individual. That's all
Okay,
you.
Megs, are you
It
yourself?
wouldn't be so funny if you were a real man.
You don't have to be an alpha, but you
Man,
do have
that's
to be
crazy.
an
I'm a
individual.
real boy.
Yeah, Megs, are you yourself?
I am myself, and I'm not a man. That's
That's
crazy, huh?
Yeah, I found a
No, you're not.
counterexample.
You can only be yourself if you're a man.
You're a woman.
I
You're
I
not
I
being
am a
yourself
woman, or
either.
Megs is a woman.
Megs is a woman, but she's not being herself either. You guys don't know who you are.
What is
Did
that?
you just
I'm not
assume
being
their
myself
gender?
either.
You know
How do
who
you
are then?
know myself more than I do?
Because you don't even know that God exists. So what do you
Also,
really
how
know?
do you know that Megs isn't just a dude putting on a pro-choice accent?
That's a stupid question.
What do you mean?
Do I need to explain how that's stupid to you?
Yeah.
Stop acting
yeah.
dumb. Grow
Yeah,
up.
pretty much.
Wait, you think that there aren't voice actors who could convince you that they're women on the phone?
I don't think it matters because they're voice actors.
They're not real people.
Okay? Exactly. That furthers my point. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I was asking that. I wasn't saying that.
Yeah, you're asking me a stupid question.
Bro, you're hostile.
Are you 14 or 20, bro?
I mean, what if I was really some guy
Neither.
named Goons?
How is this showing like your Christian characteristics, the way that you're acting right now?
Jim, who are you?
You just said.
You just called me. I'm Jim.
No, but like, who are you as a person? Because you can analyze my character, but who are you really
That's a very
deep down
existential
inside?
question. That's a very existential question.
Yeah, it is. So if you don't want to
Yes.
answer
What do you
mine,
mean?
why don't you
What do
just
you
shut
mean?
up there and sit in
Yeah,
the
what do
corner
you
and
mean
be
by
a good boy?
person? What do you mean by person? Let's unpack that. What do you mean by person?
I think I'm done communicating with you, Jim, until
Okay, so
you're
you can't
ready to
answer.
answer
You can't
questions.
answer. So you're just using words that you don't understand. Is that what it is?
Jim, be a good boy and answer my question.
Yeah.
Who are
So I'm
you?
asking.
Do you know who you are,
to.
Jim?
I'm asking you to. Yeah, I'm asking you to.
Tell me who you are,
Give
Jim.
me the conceptualization
If
of
you
what a
know who
person
you are,
is.
then tell me, Jim.
Yeah, what's a person?
Well, do you know anything about personal identity?
Identities aren't real; they're a facade.
Look, man, I think
Why are
Your
you laughing
your
at me,
identity as a
Are you
Christian isn't
trolling?
real.
What'd you say?
Are you trolling?
Said your identity as a Christian isn't real.
Did I say I was a Christian, or did you say that?
Like, I mean, you're coming in, you got a freaking cross
You
as
kind
your
of have a
username.
cross in your
Yeah, but
name,
I never said anything to any
and you're
of you
talking
about who I
about
am.
Look,
God.
if
So
identities are just a facade, then when you identify God, then that's just a facade, then, right?
Also, your username is only know by God, and your truth is 3 times 1. If you know, then you'll know that you also know. You're
Yeah,
like a walking gibberish generator.
I'm a
Bro, that
walking
is
gibberish
wild.
generator, but I never claimed to be a Christian, not one time.
So what is identity in your view?
Identities aren't real; you just are.
Yeah, do you worship a god? Does that god have a name? Hey, mute your mic when you
If you want me to
mute
be
your mic
honest,
when you sniffle next time, okay?
if
do you believe in the Trinity, or are you just your own theist?
if you want me to be honest, he has many names.
Real men don't sniffle when they talk.
I don't believe in
Yeah.
the Trinity, and sniffling has nothing to do with genders.
Sniffle. No.
Yeah, look, when somebody sniffles when they're talking, they just mean that they're not confident in what they're
Nope,
saying.
Yeah.
you're not confident. That's why you keep trying to challenge me, but you can't.
Yeah.
Well, if you were you, you'd be absolute in all you do, so you
And
wouldn't
if
be
you were
sick
an
ever.
adult, you'd be yourself, but you're not. You're a teenager still.
You haven't been able to answer any
Jim,
questions.
you haven't even answered me who you are yet because you don't know. Be
Yeah,
quiet.
but
Yeah,
Jim
I
is
Look at me
absolutely-
soloing you all. Oh
yeah,
man, it's
I
sad.
absolutely do know.
You
also,
think
if you were a real man, you wouldn't watch
nothing of who
cartoons.
you
You're
are,
just
Jim. You don't know
crying.
your true essence.
Yeah, you know who I am.
True essence.
You don't know anything about yourself. You're
You
drunk.
know who I am.
No,
I'm your daddy.
I don't.
I'm your daddy right now on this panel. That's who I am.
Really, Jim? Huh?
Yeah.
Such a cool joke. You're my daddy. Wow, wow. Hey, daddy.
Wait, say it again.
See, look at that. Look at that. I'm your daddy. I'm able to silence you.
Hey, can you teach me a life skill, daddy?
Yeah, keep quiet, boy.
Wait, say it again.
Can you teach
One
me a
more
life
time so we can clip
Who
it.
am I? Who am I?
Hey, go on then, Jim. Since you're my
Say it one
daddy,
more
teach
time.
me a life skill.
Say it one more time.
Right. If you no real man says DAD with a DY at the end.
But I did though. So what?
Okay. So you're not a real man.
And how do you know what a man is if you're not one?
A man is an adult human male, and you are
Wrong.
sniveling
Try harder,
pile of
buddy.
snot.
That ain't what a man is. That's what a male is.
Yeah, huh.
I just wanna.
Wait, is he just admitting that there's a difference between sex and gender?
A
He is
male
one
is an adult
recognition
human
from the whole
male.
panel that he called me his daddy. So.
Okay, Jim.
I'll stay quiet.
You still don't know who you are though.
Yeah, I told you I'm your daddy.
But who are you?
Oh wait, Cross. Are you saying that you don't know who your daddy is? That's
Did you hear me say that?
It was implied. It was entailed by your view.
Okay, tell me how.
Yeah. So if Jim is your daddy and you don't know who Jim is, then by the transitive property, you don't know who your daddy is. Easy.
No, I asked Jim, does he know who he is?
If A
What does that
implies
have to
B
do
and
with
B
me
implies
knowing
C,
it?
does A imply C?
What does that have to do with me knowing something if I asked him if he knows something?
Yeah. So I can tell you. Do you agree that if A implies B and B implies C, that A implies C?
Bro, just answer the question, bro.
That is answering the question.
Stop. No, you're answering the question with the question. Answer
I
the
didn't-
question, bro.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
not-
You're trying to run in circles. You're going to walk a straight line with me.
Wait. Okay. I'll walk the straight and narrow. Ask me a question.
Who are you?
I am Zach, the owner of this TikTok account.
You're a grown child, and it's sad. And I know that you're a grown
You
child.
sound like a quiet old man and a talkative teen.
Nah, bro.
What does Jesus say about being like a child?
Hold on a
He
second.
says to come as a child. He didn't say to remain as
Yeah,
one.
come as a child.
Yeah, come as a child, not to remain
Kind of
as
creepy,
one.
to be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Of course, that would be
Kind of
creepy.
kind of an out of pocket thing to say.
Look,
You
you're
don't have
making-
understanding of the scripture, so of course that would be creepy.
I'm sorry. Look, you seem to be making assertions of who Zach is by calling him a child.
Bro,
what do you
why-
mean by he's a child?
Well, what if Zach was just like the complex arrangement of physical particles constituting the body and brain?
Science, another farce.
Well, look, you still haven't answered the question, right? You still haven't answered the question.
You're trolling though,
You
right?
haven't answered the question either.
Yeah,
you know that,
you're
right?
making an assertion of who Zach is.
Jim, shut up. I don't
Are
care.
you making? Yeah, you know, because I'm pressing
No,
you right
because
now.
you're annoying.
Look,
Shut up.
Look, yeah, I'm your daddy, so like, look, answer the question, son.
Or what? You're gonna drop
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, or I could just mute you.
You're a coward. That's why you keep muting me. Because you're a coward.
Can you
Yeah,
do me a
let's-
favor and call him Daddy one more time?
Yeah, please. It's got a ring to it.
Meg, do you know who your daddy is?
I sure do.
I dropped him.
Uh,
You can request back up if you want to plead for attention. That's fine.
All right.
That guy was a hoot. I think he was trolling though.
I like how he
Plea for attention is crazy. I want to talk about the topic. And the reason why I said all of the things that I have said is for a very good reason, actually.
Yeah.
I
What's
know
the
you guys
reason?
might think I'm insulting, but that's because I'm unknowable to you guys right now in my current form in your eyes.
Yeah, you. That sounds like somebody who watches
More
cartoons
gibberish.
would say that.
More gibberish.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, if you're done trying to insult me now, you could actually listen and gain understanding. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So the ego works like this because
I don't care.
we all
Wait,
have-
stop. 1 second. What topic do you want to talk about? And we're gonna do this very linear.
we're talking about God here, buddy.
Okay, yeah. So, what can God explain that not God can explain?
What?
What can God explain that not God can't explain?
Can you tell me how that makes sense?
That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
What can God explain that if I didn't have God, I would be unable to explain it?
Bro, what type of stupid question is that, bro? Can you please answer
Just
that?
why
in a
do
more
you find the
simple way?
theistic
When you
hypothesis
said-
to be more
when you-
probable?
Apparently, it's a
Wait,
question
Cross,
that you
when you
can't even
said-
comprehend or answer, right?
Wait.
So it's not that stupid. It's
Jim, be
probably-
quiet. Let him
you're-
talk
you're
for himself.
probably-
Get off his dick.
Wait, Cross. When you said can you elaborate? You stuttered, right?
No,
You didn't.
I'm pretty sure I didn't know.
Well, that's just because he doesn't know who he is.
Question.
But anyways, like I was saying, the ego is a spirit, and it came to you through your parents because they were probably sinning before you were alive, or whoever your parent or your guardian was. And so you inherited the ego from them, and it's a spirit of traumatization. So the first time you were traumatized as a child, whether you got scared, whether you got beat, whatever happened to you,
Wait, or whether you got circumcised?
Wait, 1 second. Like, hold on. What is an ego?
listen, I'm trying to tell you.
You're not though. Like, answer that question directly.
Jim, I'm trying to tell you.
Well, before you monologue about the ego, can you define ego?
I'm trying to tell you.
Great. So the next words out of your mouth should be what the definition of an ego
I'm
is.
trying to tell you what it is.
Go for it.
Not the Google definition. I'm telling you what it actually is.
Sure, you could give some conceptual analysis.
Bro, can you please be quiet? Because you don't know what I know.
Yeah. Obviously.
I'm thankful that I don't know what you know.
He's got a big
Can I ask
ego.
When you say you identifying me, what do you mean by you? Because apparently that's an identity right there.
That's an identity?
And
How?
When you say I,
Bro, you're a
identifying
fucking
yourself.
wormhole. Please be quiet.
Right. I thought identities were all just a facade.
I don't care about what you think, bro.
Well, apparently I'm just. It's not what I think. It's what you think.
It is
It's
what you
your
think.
words.
Bro
You're
said
a-
my turn.
You're a
Wait, I
fucking
still haven't
wormhole,
heard a
bro.
definition of ego. Can we help with
Jesus
that?
Christ. Okay, I'll tell you what the ego is. The ego is a spirit that comes from the devil. That's
Okay.
what the ego is, right? And
All right,
everybody
how do you
has
Ego
define what the
means-
devil is?
and
Evil spirit.
everybody has inherited the ego because everyone has been traumatized before. So when you go forgive your parents and you sit down with yourself and you look within, you'll be able to detach from the ego. See it for what it is.
God.
That's not true. So, I've never been traumatized by my parents. So
Yeah, right. You act just like your mother and you think you haven't been traumatized
wait,
by her.
how do you identify my mother? Like
Because she
I
acts like
just
you. You
bars.
talk just like her.
How do you know what my mom sounds like?
Because you sound like your mother. I know that.
How do you know what my mom sounds like?
Bro, you are her son,
You know-
right?
Yeah.
You're
Do
you're
you know
you're
that?
your
Do you
mother's
know that
son, right?
my mom died giving birth to me? That's kind
You're,
of weird.
you are
So
your
how would you
mother's
know
son,
that what
right?
my mom sounds like?
You are your mother's son, right?
Well, that's what a son is supposed to like.
Okay
That's
then, right?
analytically, that's what it
So
sounds.
you are the representation of your mother by
Yeah, but
extension.
you
So
made a
that's how I know
specific
what your
claim.
mom sounds like.
I'm sorry. You made a specific claim that I sound like my mother. What do you
You
mean by
do
that?
sound like your mom.
Yeah, you know my mom died giving birth, right? So
Don't
how do I
fucking
sound like
lie,
her?
bro. That's pathetic.
What's pathetic?
It's pathetic that you would lie like that just to
How am I
run.
lying? How do you know about my life?
Bro, stop lying, bro. I know
How
that
do
you're
you know I'm
lying.
lying?
I know that you're
Wow, like
lying.
how do you know that I'm lying? This is really embarrassing on your part because you're just making
Really?
assertions out
You
of
would
your
lie
ass
about
and
your
you're not
mother
really.
dying, my nigga? That's pathetic.
Whoa, you called me a what? Oh my goodness, bro, that's kind of crazy.
Okay, bro.
He
What did
said
you
that's
call me?
pathetic.
It's pathetic. Stop
That's kind of
lying about
crazy.
your mom dying. That shit is weird.
How do you know that I'm dying? Wow, bro, like
My
now
nigga, I know that
you're
you're
denying
lying.
my
Stop
life and my
lying.
experience, bro. That's crazy.
My mom's dead to me.
Yeah, bro, you need to go forgive her.
My mom's chilling.
Yeah, so again, right? Like you keep on making these assertions that like one, I sound like my
Jim,
mother.
because I know you.
Two,
You're
that
girly. You're
two.
feminine.
I'm sorry. Two, that I've been traumatized by my parents. Like
Yes, you have.
there are a lot. Yeah. So yeah, can you justify or support those claims?
Jim,
Yeah, the next words out of your mouth better be
your
justifications of the
representation of how
claims.
you're acting,
Yeah,
it
justify the
proves my
claims.
point. It justifies
I'm sorry. Justify the claim that I sound like my mother or that
you're
I was
acting just
traumatized.
like her.
Yeah, justify that.
You're acting like her. I can hear it in you.
How do you know my mother?
Because I know you.
What does it mean to act like a
Wait,
mother?
yeah, hold on a second. Now you're making two different identity statements, right? You're making
You
an
are your
identity.
mother's son. So by extension,
I'm sorry. Yeah. Look, now you're making two identity statements. You're making an identity statement of who
bro,
a
just shut
mother
up. I
is.
don't care.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. You're making an identity statement of who my mother is and that she's a different person than I am and that I am a different person, i.e. her son, and that we sound similar. You seem to be making a lot of identity statements for somebody who thinks that identities are just a farce.
Your mother had you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
Can you
by
answer the
extension,
question?
I
Well,
know.
without identity, what do you mean by you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can
I
you answer
wonder
the
if I can
question?
talk for more than 5 seconds.
No,
Probably
I
not.
need you to. I need you to be very
Dodge
linear.
question.
How?
I need you
How
to
do you
look.
need?
Look. Yeah,
How
I'm
do you? How
cooking
can
you
I
right here.
talk?
Yeah, I'm cooking you. Like, pay attention.
You're not, bro. All you
Look. As your daddy, I'm teaching you something
somebody
here.
is not.
I'm teaching you something here, son. As your daddy, I'm teaching you to
Somebody is not
stay
cooking.
consistent, and stay linear. Okay. So when you unmute, the next words out of your mouth better be how are you making identity statements with a worldview that identities don't exist.
I haven't made an identity statement.
Got you. So then let me ask you to clarify when you're saying mother and when you're saying son.
Oh, shut up then,
When you're
boy.
saying, yeah, I'm sorry. Look, daddy's talking here. When you're making these
If you need
statements,
answers,
yeah,
be quiet.
I'm sorry. Daddy's talking.
He
When you're
probably
making
doesn't
these
know what it
statements,
means to be linear in a debate.
yeah, apparently not. So when you're making these statements, what entities are you singling out in the world, right? Because you have to identify them somehow.
What did you say? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Like
little bit
people
above your
usually
pay
never
grade.
listen to
Let
you.
me break this out in elementary terms. When you utter words like mother and when you utter words like son, you're identifying two different things. By identifying, you're giving them an identity. But in your worldview, identities don't exist. So that's a
They don't.
contradiction. That's a
That's just
contradiction.
a name, bro. Calm down. You're taking it too far.
Well, when we asked you to clarify what
Well,
you meant
what,
by
dumbass?
identity,
It's just a
yeah,
name.
exactly. So
Are
It's
you saying identity is just a name?
So
no
are you
mother,
a
son, and
nominalist?
father is just a name.
Are
It's
you a
just a name.
nominalist?
That's all it.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Cross.
Look. Let me keep you very linear here. Are you a nominalist? Do you reject these notions of like universals?
You're fucking.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
know what that
sorry.
means.
That's a
You're
yes or no
lost. Is
question.
what
That's a
you
yes.
are.
Yeah,
Thank
look,
you,
I'm
Amber.
sorry. Look, I'm teaching you something, right? If you want, grab a pen and paper and write these terms down so you could research them later.
Shut
Okay?
up. This is not your live. I'm not listening to you, bro.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is because
I'm
I'm your
doing what
daddy
you
right
want,
now.
bro.
Yeah, look, I'm your daddy and I'm spanking you. So, look,
You just muted
are
me like
you
a
not?
coward.
Look, the next
All you're
words better
doing
be
is
yes.
muting me,
It
bro.
better be yes or no. Are you a nominalist? Yes or no?
Shut the fuck.
Oh, look at that.
Well, it's okay to say I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Also, Cross. Do you think
Nope.
that real men are patient?
Yeah.
You said what?
Do you think real men are patient?
I don't think you're a real man.
Didn't ask, right?
Real men.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
All right, let somebody else talk then. Anthony, what's up?
Look, real men don't devolve into cursing when they're getting spanked in a debate. Real men don't do that.
Fuck you. I don't care.
I do have a
Look at
question for this
you,
guy,
Look at
though.
you.
Anthony,
I do have a question though.
My son's getting angry because
Get off my dick, please.
Yeah.
Can I ask what the worldview is of this guy? I got in here a little bit late.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank
We
you
just
for
have
asking.
theist.
Bro, can I please answer for myself? Aren't you somebody's wife already?
Holy shit, bro, you're gone. Later. Any last
Fuck
words?
you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if he.
What did he just say?
He said, "Aren't you somebody's wife already?"
Lacrosse.
That's
what
fucking
you're exemplifying
insane.
there. Look, what you're exemplifying there is the ego, which is a spirit given by the devil.
Holy
in your
shit.
cursing,
So,
like,
so
you
was
know,
this guy a
that
theist or
exemplifies-
Christian or what?
I'm sorry. That just exemplifies the trauma that you've had in your life. Maybe you should work on that a little bit more.
Can I talk?
Ask Jesus to help you with that ego problem.
Can I talk, please?
Say please
Are we
again.
really still continuing with this
Say,
guy?
say please again.
Can I talk?
Please, say please.
Bro, I'm not you, bro.
Actually say please, daddy, and then we'll
I
let
have
you
a
talk.
question.
You sound like such a homo. It's crazy.
Jeez.
Wow, look at that.
what?
More of that ego creeping
So,
out. That's ridiculous.
All right, so any other does anybody have any topic they want to talk about that's listed?
I really wanted to ask, like, does he think that coming into a live, calling names, like Zach, like you have a great sense of humor, like insulting you because you have a humorous outlook on life and you make little jokes. To me, they're amusing, but like, does he think that coming in and just starting to insult everybody in the live is a good way to pass on
Proselytize?
Christianity?
He convinced me. I'm thinking of becoming a theist now
Well,
because
he's
of
not
him.
a Christian.
Hey, can we talk about the good reasons for God?
Yeah. Or the lack
Yeah,
of.
of
Yeah,
course.
what's up? I'm an anti-theist, so what's up? And if you're a Christian,
Yeah, I'll claim Christian right now. Straight up, that's what I am.
Okay, cool.
I'm absolutely willing to hear arguments against and for, and
Yeah.
I'm willing to hear you guys out for sure.
yeah, is God a creator?
Well, I guess if we're going to talk about reasons for God, would you mind if we just kept it to atheism versus theism?
Yeah. Is God a creator?
Yes, I believe that God is the creator, but
it's gonna-
I also
Wait, one
I
second.
don't
It's-
want to say.
It's
Go
going to
ahead.
come down to whether or not the universe was created, then, right?
Well, sure.
Okay,
so
so
I guess
I believe that the universe was not created.
are you claiming that the universe is eternal?
Yeah, past eternal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I believe that the universe is not eternal due to the discovery of background noise. I think.
like cosmic background radiation or something.
Yeah. So I can't remember the scientist's name. I'm just going to be honest with you, but he won a Nobel Prize for discovering background noise, which is the most logical way to believe that the universe is not eternal.
Yeah. So
we
wait.
kind of run into the problem of what caused and uncaused caused.
No,
However,
we
if
don't.
you're
But we
claiming-
don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, if you're talking about the guy who traced cosmic background radiation to the singularity or the Big Bang or whatever, that's just the beginning of an expansion. That's not the beginning simpliciter.
Well, could I chime in on that a little bit?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Megs. I'm walking the dog.
Okay,
anyway.
so actually the analysis of the fluctuations of the cosmic microwave background allows us to measure the curvature of the Earth. And what we measure, the curvature of the Earth, is what allows us to know that, well, with the current measurements that we have, that the Earth is flat, which means it's more probable that it's a infinite universe. However, it could be a larger universe than what we measure, and then in that case, it could be finite. But what's the most easy explanation with the data we have would be infinite.
Yeah, and just to be clear, that's not a flat Earth point. It's saying our whole universe is flat.
And in
Well,
that
that's
sense,
fine,
like
but-
flat means something different.
Exactly.
So I guess in just my studies that I've done, which given they might not be super far, just to be honest, what I've discovered for me, which could or could not be true, I don't create the truth, but I believe that the universe is not eternal due to the discovery of background noise. So we can agree to disagree, but I can
Yeah,
also bring
so
up
I guess
another argument.
my question is, right, if you found out that background noise
Yeah.
says the opposite of what you're claiming, would that change your confidence that your view is correct?
Absolutely. I follow evidence. So if the evidence says, "Hey, the universe is eternal," I would absolutely have to reconsider my thoughts.
What
Absolutely.
evidence did you follow that led you to be a Christian in the first place?
So I believe that Jesus told the truth based on the Gospels. So we're talking about the 4 books in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay? I don't have a blind faith, but I believe in them as not as the Word of God. I can never prove to you that the Bible is the Word of God. Rather, I'm going to claim to you their accurate history. Okay? The reasons
As
for
long
this.
as-
I'm
debatable.
okay with that as long as you're answering what evidence led you to believe in Christianity in the first place.
Sure. Well, I guess what I'm saying is I believe that the Gospels are accurate historical information, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. So I have 4 reasons. Well, 4 reasons on how I determine whether a document is historically reliable or not. It's literary style. And when you read the Gospels, you read at this place in this time with these people around, this happened. That's very clearly historical narrative. Okay? My next one is manuscript evidence. We have over 5,800 manuscripts in the language of Greek. We have about another 9,000 in Gothic, Slavic, Armenian, and a couple other languages. And then we have about another 10,000 in the Latin Vulgate. So you have about 24,000 manuscripts dated from the 1st to the 10th century AD, all agreeing to an infinitesimal degree.
Okay, wait, I have a question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so speaking generally, do you know who wrote the Bible?
Yeah, it would have been the eyewitness testimony. Well, it depends. Are you talking the whole Bible or are we talking about the Gospels?
New Testament, really.
So the New Testament was mostly written by Paul, as the letters of the churches to the worldwide churches are out there. But
Okay.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, while we don't know their names, that is who we've came to decide, which, to be honest, the names wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, it's ceremonious, right?
Brian, Jacob. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I believe that the eyewitnesses wrote Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Except for
fine.
Luke. Luke was not an eyewitness, but he knew eyewitnesses.
Well, the eyewitnesses didn't say that, like, right? The early churches decided that ceremoniously those would be titled because they were unsigned. But that's fine.
No,
They're also not written from a first person perspective. Like they don't
Wait,
claim to be eyewitness
I
accounts.
say all that, Jacob, to
Well,
say this.
so Luke
Do you
would
think-
be a disciple of Paul, and then Mark would be a disciple of Peter.
So,
No,
I say all that to
Matthew,
say-
Mark, and John. Yeah.
yeah, so do you think that Moses was a real person in real life?
Well, I do, but the problem is I can't really prove to you the Old Testament is the Word of God. The only reason I follow the Old Testament is because I believe Jesus spoke the truth, and Jesus treated the Old Testament as the Word of God. So for me to
Wait.
try and say, hey, Genesis 1:1 happened and Daniel happened, I would have a really hard time proving that to you.
Okay, but without Genesis, we don't have original sin, we don't have the fall, we don't have creation, we don't have God. Like, what do you mean? Of course you have to take that.
Well, I believe it's true because Jesus followed that. So I'm still falling back on the 4 Gospels to give me my points.
So you're like a New Testament is like pretty much infallible. Old Testament could take it or leave it kind of guy.
Not really, because I believe Jesus told the truth, and to say that Jesus didn't believe that the Old Testament was real would be intellectually dishonest.
Are we
you see
just
what I'm
saying like the writing styles could make the message a little bit different, and it doesn't have to be taken literalistically?
Yes and no, because I believe that Genesis is 4 Hebrew lines of poetry, but I also believe that you could speak the truth through poetry. I also believe that you could speak the truth through mythology, just like the avatars
Yeah,
of Hinduism.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but do
Just
you agree
very-
that when it comes to like historicity, if a person is written about as if they're real, we take it for granted that they're real and then have to prove otherwise, right?
Well, the problem is history is all based on the reliability of eyewitness testimony. Okay, and it's a very legit form of knowledge. It's just as accurate as Abraham Lincoln being killed. It was written down by eyewitnesses,
No.
and that's how we have it
Nope.
today.
No. So, good reasons, right? Good reason for thinking God exists. I said, what are the good reasons that led you to Christianity in the first place? Because you said you follow the evidence, right? So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the book is going to be the claim, right? The Bible. I've been entertaining this, but I just want to reel it back in a little bit.
Sure.
The Bible is going to be what gave you the idea, or if an adult gave you the idea, they got it from the Bible,
Well,
right?
If we're going to say what pointed me to God versus what pointed me to Christianity, it's going to be a little bit different. Because I don't really place like, hey, there's a God based on the Bible solely. That doesn't make much sense. But rather, I use life experience.
Okay,
So,
but
like,
you agree that I could, through life experience, gather that, like, you know, people that are shorter than like 3 foot don't deserve respect. So every time I see a child, I could just kick it, right?
See, I don't believe you can live that out. I would say that you would say, if I kicked an innocent child, that's absolutely wrong.
Wait, what?
Okay, given that's a claim, okay? But I would say that you think if I was to go kick an innocent child, like let's say a baby, that you would say what I did was absolutely wrong. I believe that's how you would live your life.
Look, I'm saying if life experience can lead you to the wrong God, how can you trust that it led you to the right one?
And there's plenty of people that use life experience to justify their belief in Islam. Or Sikhism or
Well,
Mormonism.
I think Islam is I think the Quran is a very accurate book of what Muhammad taught.
Wait,
wrong.
I understand that you're passionate about that part of the Quran. That's not the objection that we're raising. If life experience can lead people to the wrong God, how do you know you're not in that group?
Well, I'm just saying my life experience is what I'm using. So, like, that's just going to present me with new arguments.
Agree.
Like, I'm sure you've heard of like the watch.
The watchmaker example in the same. I get it.
Do you know the?
1 second. Look.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah, I understand, and I even accept your personal experience, however powerful and revelatory it was. Right. Look, I agree.
Well, sure, but I'm not saying that I experienced Jesus in my life. I'm not saying you have to
Jacob,
believe in
hold on.
Jesus or
He was
God.
just
because
about
I
to
believe in a
enter
supernatural
a
God.
dialogue with you, but you're talking over the host.
So I agree, right?
Okay.
Whatever experience you had, I'm not questioning it. I believe you. I agree with you. If people can use experiences like that to get to the wrong God, what's the diagnostic criteria you're using to make sure you're not in that category?
Well, I guess I'm not really understanding the question. Like, I don't really want to say that, but I'm just not understanding.
Sure. So you have
you're
several sets of parties, and let's say they have 3 different religions, but they all have the same claim that you do, that through their lived experiences, they have decided that this is true. What's going to differentiate you from them?
Okay. So are you asking? Is the answer like why did I choose Christianity? Is that kind of what you're asking?
Oh, Jacob, I can give you the answer, but we want you to understand the question first.
Yeah, the question is...
I'm just having trouble because I'm saying, based on my life experience,
it's
I
fine.
have come to the conclusion that there is a God.
Yes, but listen, do you agree that people can use personal experiences to come to incorrect conclusions?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm picking up. So you're saying,
yes.
How do I know my personal experiences are wrong?
Are correct. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how do I know that I'm not wrong in what I believe, kind of thing?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I guess this kind of comes back as Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians 15 that if Jesus didn't rise from the dead, we're stupid for believing in him. You know what I mean? So that gives me an idea of how to justify whether I'm right or wrong in my faith. It kind of, if Jesus didn't rise, like, I'm an idiot.
You could still
for
have
believing
the
him.
same for other religions, like the Quran could say something about, there's this claim, and if, that's not the case, then you're stupid in believing in it. But that doesn't really give a reason for why you know that you're right and they're not.
Does Paul say stupid or does Paul say a fool?
A fool, stupid, kind of the same idea. Or at least I'm kind of paraphrasing.
Well, I
But he says that
know for a fact I'm a fool, and I know for a fact that Jesus didn't exist. And I still believe in Jesus' existence. Like I don't believe in Jesus' existence. I believe in Jesus because of his non-existence. It doesn't make sense on the surface, but I promise you, if you stick with me later on, I'm just interjecting there that I am a fool in love with nothingness itself.
I would love to hear that for sure, because I've never heard anybody say something like that before. But
the Heisenberg uncertainty principle in its free energy form states that we can borrow energy from nothingness.
Sorry. Speaking of Heisenberg uncertainty principle, this is small enough and light enough for me to want to go back to the topic, okay? So, Jacob.
Yeah.
You referenced when you said, "Oh, how do I make sure I'm not in the group of people that come to incorrect conclusions based off personal experience?" Well, I look at this Bible passage. Okay, without the Bible, you could come to a personal experience, right?
Well, yes, but without the Bible, like the gospel books, I would not really have a way of knowing who Jesus is. So I wouldn't come to the
But that's exactly
conclusion of
so.
Jesus.
But that's exactly the problem, right? If you're using the book to know about the God,
Well, it's 4 separate books. The New Testament is 27
listen,
separate
by
books.
the book, I'm just using colloquial language, right? By the book, I just mean the Bible. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you're using the book to come to know the God belief, and you're using the personal experience to validate the book, where did the God belief come from in the first place? That is evidence based.
Okay, so that's perfect. How did I become a theist is kind of what you're asking. Yes?
I think that there's some emotionally charged thing where you're like kind of listening, but that's close enough. Yeah.
So I became a theist, or I believe that there is a God, because I really like the watchmaker argument. You know, I feel that tightly packed information requires a designer. I don't believe that, you know, if I was to walk you past South Dakota and we walked past Mount Rushmore and I said, wow, that's Teddy Roosevelt. Wow, look at that. That's Abraham Lincoln.
Have you
Isn't it
studied
amazing
statistics and
how the water
probability at
goes
any
down the rock?
time space?
Yeah. So Jacob,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
there's a
years and a lot of probability.
there's a common objection to the fine tuning argument, and I can just render it in my own words, right? Let's imagine all
Yeah,
the
tell me,
possible
please.
worlds, right? Some of those worlds
Okay.
aren't going to be permitting for sentient life, okay? For all the ones that
Okay.
do permit the growing and the cultivating of sentient life, if you could zap your brain into their brain, you would probably think something like, wow, look at this triangle sun that always orbits 7,000 times a second, 4 feet to my left, right? Whatever the conditions are that give life in that world, they're going to be just right for giving life in that world. So this like watchmaker argument is just to misunderstand like how. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I understand? So you don't believe nothing in the Bible, basically, is what you're saying.
I believe a lot of stuff in the Bible, but just the normal stuff. Like in Spider-Man, I believe New York City exists, right? But I don't believe the
Okay,
Spider-Man.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about as far as like, you don't believe that creation,
Yes.
God made, you believe in evolution. Okay. Now, uh, here's the thing. Do you believe like a car, when you make a car, excuse me, you make a car, it's a car, right? And in that car, it has a hood. What does it protect? It protects the engine, right? Then you have the window. The window protects you and you make you able to see out
Yeah.
the window.
What's the
So
point?
so basically that was a creation. And if you look at your body,
Wait,
right? You look at
stop,
your
stop,
body, right?
stop, stop, right there, right there. Okay, you said, I agree car, I agree hood, I agree window. And then you said, so basically there's a creation. Are you meaning the car was created?
Someone had to create it, right?
I agree that the car was created. What's the analogous property
Okay.
between the car and the
Now,
universe such that, but wait, sorry.
now,
What's the analogous property between the car and the universe
Well,
such
it's a
that you
flawed
can call them?
analogy if you're comparing
Yeah.
man-made objects to the
I,
natural
I
world.
basically was basically talking about how your body is made. For example, you have a skull, right? Your skull protects your brain. You have a chest bone. The chest bone protects your heart.
Kurt,
I'm
stop.
just never gonna
Kurt,
be able to talk.
stop you
I'm
now.
not gonna be able to talk.
Kurt, we can just stop you.
I
You're not
can't
gonna be able
talk.
to say
But
gibberish.
just well, I
Kurt,
mean,
we know where you're
it's
going
a
with this,
creation.
too. We understand that you're
But
trying to draw an analogy that
we
we
can
Creation is just
agree
begging the
that that was a
question.
creator.
Look,
That was definitely created,
when you say definitely there,
and
is
it had a
there any
purpose.
room for doubt?
Kurt, we
I mean, you have a skull that protects your brain. It's not a coincidence.
And what if it? And so, if coincidences were
It's not a
expected,
coincidence.
listen, Kurt. Sorry, if coincidences were expected, they would be called expectations, right?
Well,
Kurt,
evolution believes that everything is coincidence,
do
right?
you
It
not
just
believe in
happened, right?
evolution?
Okay, what about
no,
the
that's not what
fingerprint?
evolution. That's not what
What
evolution teaches.
Sorry, Kurt. Do you believe in evolution?
Of course he does.
Yes,
He
I
just
do
said that he
believe
thinks
some
What did
other.
you
evolution
say that
believes in
evolution
random.
Just saying, hold
teaches?
on a second. Hold up for a second. Hold up a second. You guys are keep cutting me off. I can't even say anything.
Yeah,
I can't even
well, you
talk.
don't. Well, you honestly.
I'm just trying to talk. That's it.
Yeah.
And I get
But
2
the
seconds.
things that you're saying aren't
Well,
really
just let
worth
me be
it.
stupid. Let me just say the wrong
Wait,
thing.
host.
But I don't even
Wait,
get
can
it
I ask you a
out.
question then?
I don't even get it out.
Wait,
Go
Kurt,
ahead.
are you here to talk and listen, or are you just here to fucking proselytize? Because
No, I
I mean,
can't.
it's
Listen, this is
boring
what I'm
if you're
trying
not
to
here
tell
to
you. I
listen.
can't even talk. No, but listen, what I'm telling you guys, I can't even talk. I can't even get 3 words in. It's not.
Well, no,
Hey,
you
bro,
got several
stop the
paragraphs
meta.
in, and then we were stopping you because we were like, "Hey, we understand the analogy you're trying to make, right? Cars have design parts. They all have a purpose for the vehicle. They're designed that way. Therefore, we can assert that there's some sort of a creator there. And you're trying to draw an analogy between that and human beings because we have certain things that have purposes in our bodies, like our skull protecting the brain being the nerve center, the heart pumping blood, yada yada yada." Right. So therefore, if we know that certain things that have purposes can be made by creators, therefore the human body must have been made by a creator. Is that a fair steel manning of your argument?
That is a fair, but I wasn't done. There was something else I was going to say,
Yeah,
but I didn't
but
get a chance
but
to
but
finish.
Well,
that being
no.
a fair comparison and you not being done just shows that you didn't need to keep going for us to understand what you were saying, right?
Yeah, as far as like, I was going to add on to it though.
Yeah, but all
You
that would
know,
be
I
just
was going to add on
poetry,
to
right?
it. Well, what about your fingerprints? No one has the same
Look,
fingerprints.
that's just to
They've
continue the
literally
analogy
shown
that
that
Corey was saying.
there are people.
There's nobody on this earth with the same
Also,
fingerprints.
they've literally shown that human beings can't have the same fingerprints. Like you can look up
That's what I
court
just
cases where
said.
that's been
You
shown to be
don't.
true.
No human being has the same fingerprints. That's
I
Okay, so
impossible.
literally
what?
just pointed out that yes, there are human beings with similar or identical fingerprints. There are literal
Yeah.
court cases and criminal
No, it's
trials that have
not,
There's
bro.
shown this.
there's
Google it.
been
Google it
wrongful
right.
there's been wrongful
Holy
convictions
shit,
because
Kurt.
of this.
Wait, Kurt, 1 second.
Google it
Sanity
and show it
check.
to me.
When
Google it and
when
show it
you
to me.
say Kurt, when you say how old the Earth is, do you say like thousands at the end, or do you say like billions with a B?
What happened?
Yeah, when
What
you're saying
happened?
how old the Earth is, do you usually
What
end
happened?
that number with thousands or billions?
Well, me personally, I don't get into all that because I don't know as far as that, and you don't even know all that because you don't even know who was the human beings around that time. You have no idea. You don't even know your history. As a
Well,
atheist,
there was
you
no
don't even know
human
your
beings around
history.
that time.
So,
We don't need to know
I mean,
human beings
okay,
that
ask
were
me this
around
question. They
400,000
said
years ago.
God,
Do you know what a
God
half
said
life
that
is?
Adam
Do you know
named
what a half
named
life
the.
is?
It's a video game.
Do you
Well,
know any
it is a
human
video
beings that
game,
was
yeah.
around
But
that time?
you
You
know
still
that
didn't
we
answer
can
my
do
question on
carbon
that.
dating, we can do isometric dating, we can take the half lives of certain elements and determine when they become radioactive or not radioactive, right? And by that we can dig up rocks and during depending on what stage of that
Right,
process they're along, we
right,
can tell how old they are.
right. But let me ask you this. God said
Hey,
that Adam
how about
named the horse,
respond to
right?
the
He named the horse,
sorry.
right?
I'm not letting you do this script thing. When somebody says something to you, respond to the novel objection that's being raised instead of saying,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know it
now
was a
let me tell you
question,
this.
sir. I didn't know it was a question.
Look, if it's about carbon dating or something, go ahead. If it's not, then just admit it.
No, I didn't even know it was a question. I mean, of course, science do they have ideas what they and it's a theory, just like the Big Bang theory of what they think the Earth is at a certain time. That's why they call it theory. They call gravity theory.
Hey, should I kick this guy or what?
Well, he doesn't even understand what
Oh,
a
wait,
scientific
Kurt.
theory is.
Hold on,
No,
Kurt. Can you tell me what a theory is? I want you to tell me what a theory is when it comes to science.
Matter of fact, I just
Hold
kicked
on.
myself. You guys, like Paul said,
yo,
I dust my feet off.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
guys
kick
have a
Kurt,
nice
yourself
day.
then.
Kurt,
Stop
you might
locating,
just
bro.
have come from a place where talking over somebody constitutes being the dominant one. But like true dominance isn't about talking over somebody and always having something to say. True dominance is knowing what you know and having reason for what you know.
And if you don't know,
Okay,
now you
or
know,
being
friend.
really good at tying knots. Okay, if you're really good at tying knots, you have true dominance as well. It's a whole thing.
Corey, I
I'd be willing
hold
to
no
concede to that
malice
point.
towards you. That's
All right,
brilliant.
so Jacob, you can go, or resolutions. If you want to talk about a certain prompt, you can go. I don't care. You guys decide.
All right, so I have
Well, I did want to
reason
throw out there.
for God being nothingness itself. So, like, I'm saying that if God
Wait.
existed, I wouldn't
You're
believe in
saying
God.
God is nothing?
Yeah, I'm saying that
Okay,
if
then I
God
agree. I
existed,
agree
I
with
would.
you. I agree with
Yeah,
you.
I'm saying I wouldn't believe in God if God existed, because that would mean that God is us, right? But simply because God doesn't exist,
Holy
that's
shit!
why I believe in
You
God.
just sound better than the other guys. There's no more substance, right?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Rez,
Marcus
who's your dealer
Aurelius
and
says
like
that the
how much?
substance of the universe is ordinary and compliant, and the reason which governs it itself has no reason to do evil, for it holds no malice. Well, that reason that governs the
Wait. When
substance
you
of the
say things
universe
like
sounds a
"for
lot
it
like
holds no
God.
malice," wait, sorry. When
Well,
you say
hold
things
on.
like "for it holds no malice," my script senses just go off. Are you
Yeah, this is Marcus Aurelius.
okay?
Meditations.
Okay. So, how do you define God?
Nothingness itself.
Okay, I
Because,
agree. I agree. God exists. There you go.
Well,
well,
hold
no,
on.
so I disagree. I say that God doesn't
You
exist, and
did
that's what
say
makes
that
it God.
he's nothingness, but then you're also saying that he is like determining things. So, or like he is
Yes.
causation for
The,
things. So how do you have nothingness that's causation?
because of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle in its free energy form states that
Look,
the delta of E times the delta of T is greater or equal to the H bar, which is a very small number, over 2, which makes it
look.
half
The
that
reason that
very
God
small
doesn't
number.
exist is because a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Who like? What is this?
What I'm
Wait.
getting at is that we can borrow energy from nothingness, and the more energy we borrow from nothingness, the greater the faster we have to pay it back. That's the implication of it.
How are you defining nothingness here?
Also,
The
why is nothing
absence
like a
of
mob
everything.
boss where you have to pay back with interest?
No, you don't have to pay it back with interest. You have to pay back the exact amount that you borrowed.
So I think I've
Because
maybe heard you give this argument before, but the Heisenberg uncertainty
possibly.
principle just says that we can't know the position and speed of a particle
Because
with
it's
perfect accuracy. I'm not sure how you're getting that we're borrowing energy from nothing from this.
yeah, it just talks about something being
This
small
is a
enough and bright enough to
scientific
not have.
fact. Look, okay, so go ahead and ask the internet about the free energy principle. It states that it's basically maximizing it's maximizing
Mitch,
understanding, whatever that
Idea,
means,
Mitch,
and
do you
it's
want to come up here,
the
minimizing
Mitch?
idea of borrowing energy from nothing refers to the idea of due to quant. Why can I speak? Sorry. Due to quantum fluctuations, even in a seemingly empty vacuum, there can be a temporary burst of energy appearing and disappearing, essentially allowing for a brief loan of energy from quote unquote nothing within the constraints of the
exactly.
uncertainty principle, where the energy borrowed must be quickly repaid within a very short time frame.
That's it.
I think we'd have to look into this a little bit more to see what they mean here by nothing.
Yeah, but that
So, do
is
you
a
mean that God is nothing,
mathematical
or God is quote
certainty.
unquote nothing?
I'm saying that, yeah, like nothing is like kind of like a pregnant nothingness. Like it's like a uncollapsed
I'm sorry.
probability space. Like it's that nothingness itself might be the greatest of all infinities, because you can take from nothingness, and nothingness, the infinity, doesn't become
Look,
any less.
look. Maybe it's me, right? But I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Everything that I
Let
say
me
is
take
backed
this.
by science.
No.
Wait, Burke. Wait, Rez. Burke is actually like a physicist. So go ahead, Burke.
Well, here I'm seeing right
Ooh.
here that the idea that the Heisenberg uncertainty principle allows us to borrow energy from nothing is a common misconception and is not accurate. While the principle does lead to the consumption of virtual particles appearing briefly from the vacuum, it does not mean that we can actually extract unusable energy from nothing for extended periods of time, as energy conservation still strictly applies.
Is that Snopes?
It's ChatGPT. Megs is what we call, how do I put it politely, a hack and a fraud.
Okay, yeah. So Rez, what worldview are you
Megs
going to
is not a
adopt now
hack
that
and a
that one
fraud.
has been shattered?
I know she's not.
We shouldn't ever listen to Corey. He skips leg day every time.
Can we drop Jack? He's a known troll.
Is that Darth? That's straight from
I don't
Darth.
know. I don't know who let these leftist liberals on the panel.
He's a
but-
stalker
Well,
and a
they're
troll.
neo
He's a liberal? Get him out of here.
Neo-libs. Wait, Burke. I guess you're not needed for your physics knowledge because Megs just like bodied it, right? What worldview are you gonna adopt now that Taoism is dead or whatever?
I'll tackle alpha males. So, reason for alpha males is that, well, what we consider alpha males is not the true alpha male.
Wait. I just want to. This is ironic that
Base
you're pivoting
Sigma.
to alpha males because it's like you took this common thing that was a common misconception in science, and then when that got debunked, you said you're going to pivot to something that's commonly misconcepted in nature. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I accept your
So
jest.
alpha male meaning like men submit to women, women know your place, stuff like that. You think that's an idea other than for dumbasses?
No, what I'm saying is that it's a misconception that alpha males are the lead, are at the front of the pack and aggressive.
I'm not talking. Wait, so stop. No equivocating. When I say alpha male, I mean in the way that Andrew Tate and Sneeko and like misogynists and sexists use it that way.
I'm saying that that's not the alpha male.
Then you're equivocating, right? So
Yeah.
I'm saying that the true alpha male is at the back of the pack, making sure everybody succeeds.
I'm not talking
The
about a
true
wolf
alpha male is
right now,
is a
right?
power bottom.
I'm not talking about wolves. I'm talking about the way that this concept. Let's call it fucking red starburst. When I say red starburst, I mean people who think
Yeah.
that women should submit.
Understand
right?
the history of it, though. The history is it came from a
Did you just wait to
misunderstanding of
speak?
wolf packs.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Look,
We all know where it comes from. All of
Yes.
us are aware of this. This is not
look.
new. This
you
isn't
think,
novel.
Do
This
you
isn't
think when Andrew
creative.
Tate says be an alpha, do you think that he's promoting a good concept there or a bad concept?
He's promoting a phallical concept.
Phallical?
It's a wrong concept because that's not the true alpha of the pack.
Well,
The alpha
it is
is the one in the
it-
front.
it is a penis-like concept, right? So
It
yeah.
is.
Guys, why are we making fun of the top G?
Okay, whatever. You're a known troll. You're a neolib.
I'm not a troll.
No, not you, Rez. Corey.
Oh,
You were
jeez.
saying that to me.
Unfortunately, I believe
Yeah.
that you're serious, Rez. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unfortunately,
Thank you for the unfortunate part. So yeah, where a true alpha male there can be like can take care of a baby, but then
Rez,
also
Rez,
be in a war
Are you an alpha
and
male?
and protect his friends and family. I am a sigma, maximum sigma beta.
Okay, so when you say that, you're lapsing into this TikTok hyperbole that makes me think you're not actually being serious, right? So when I say known troll,
I mean
you
sigma,
spoke
not
up
in
saying I'm
TikTok
not a troll.
hyperbole.
yeah.
Sigma
When I
is
said-
a statistics concept for confidence.
Look, yes, but sigma in the way that is used in like internet culture is like making alphas look beta, right?
Alphas, yeah. So alphas are beta, like, and the science proves it. That
Okay,
alphas,
when you say science proves
the
it,
ones
I'm
at
not-
the front of the pack,
God!
the
my
aggressive
brain
ones.
is fucking melting.
All right. Hey, any last words, resolutions?
Any last words? Are you
I-
executing him?
Yeah.
I gotta
he's on.
go. So can I say something?
Oh fuck, Burke. Yeah, spit your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, good reasons for God because it makes me feel good. Eating meat because I'm hungry. Anti-choice because taking rights away from people is funny. Alpha male, who cares? Linguistic realism, stupid. Phalangical fluid isn't real. Okay, thanks, guys.
Hey, Burke. you dominated that shit, man.
Shut up, host. Nobody cares.
I do love Rez's thing where it's like, oh, an alpha male is someone who can protect the babies and go to war. I'm like, yeah, I remember in pre-deployment training, they were like really big on the wet nurse courses. They're like, hey, in Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be lots of babies just running around the street. You're gonna have to throw your body in front of those babies to save them. It's part of your
Hey,
training.
thanks
It's
for
part of
having
your
me.
duty.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
what's
do
up,
have
Rez?
reasons
You have a topic you want to talk
yeah,
about?
I do
Rez?
have reasons. Yeah, I do have reasons for the remaining of the thing. The phalangical fluid, the reasons for the phalangical fluid are so that you don't have develop an osteoarthritis there. It prevents osteoarthritis.
Nobody say anything, by the way.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
anti-choice again.
Wait. Keep going on the phalangical thing. I don't get it.
No, I'm moving on to the anti-choice. Is that
Can you please explain the phalangical fluid a little bit more?
I'm going to utilize my freedom to say no, thank you, and move on to the anti-choice.
Wait, but can
Right.
I say something to you?
Of course you can. You're the host, and even if
Okay,
you
yeah,
weren't,
so-
I'd let you.
So look, the reason that I think that a lot of people who know, like my panel, right, know that at this point you're just like scrounging the floor for some scraps of being right is because phalangical fluid is an imaginary prompt that I made up to troll people.
I know it is, but I searched it up and got
You
a
didn't
reason
know
for
that,
it
though. You didn't know
anyways.
that.
No,
If you knew
but
that,
I learned about
what
it.
question do I ask about phalangical fluid? Can I just expose you real quick? Do you mind?
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to
You
report this
asked
live
for
for violence.
the
This is
reason
brutal.
for phalangical fluid, but you
Okay,
spelled
that's strike
phalangical
one. I'll
wrong.
give you 10 strikes. No, that's not the question I ask about phalangical fluid.
No, it's literally in the prompt. It says good
I didn't
reasons
ask. Hey,
for.
sorry, I didn't ask what's in the prompt. I said what question do I usually ask? Because people can only talk about phalangical fluid once they've debated me on a different prompt up here. And once they've done that, I ask them a question about phalangical fluid. What question is that? One strike's done.
You haven't asked me that question yet.
I know, but you said you knew about it, right? So you were lying, right?
No, I said I have good reason for phalangical fluid.
Okay, does anybody want this guy around still?
I just want to.
I still
I
haven't
wish we could get
covered
into articulate.
anti-choice,
I don't really
and I still
wanna-
haven't covered linguistic realism.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
well,
hang on.
we know you're not a linguist.
And I still haven't covered eating meat.
The point he's trying to make is like you're just BSing your way through this because the rest of us know what the phalangical fluid thing is in reference to. You
It's
don't.
My
something
point is
goofy
that
and silly.
everybody is goofy and just trolling
Look,
their way
in
through.
the
Everybody is
Tibetan philosopher
bullshitting
Sylvia
their way
Plath
through
said the
life.
word. Look,
Everybody bullshits their way through life. That's my point.
This is
And there's nothing
this
wrong
is
with
physically painful.
look, just have some integrity, okay? Just
Just say
recognize
you got.
there's a social situation that's happening right now where you didn't know that we were all friends or something, and so you started saying stuff, and then once you got on this track, you couldn't get back on, and you couldn't get back on, so you went, okay, I googled some stuff about phalangical fluid. Let me just say
I've never
that and
fell
talk out of
off.
my ass.
Okay, so if you didn't fall off,
I don't need to get back on because I was never off.
Okay, so hang on. Actually, hang on. I've got a way to quiz this. If you know what we're talking about, and if you didn't fall off, then what's your choice for the phalangical fluid?
Yeah, what's your
What do you
choice? What do you pick?
You haven't had the question asked to me yet.
Oh wait,
I
but I
know.
thought you already. But I thought you knew what was going on.
You haven't arrived me that question. I'm still
Yeah, Rez, just
tackling
right.
admit that you're talking out of
anti-choice.
your ass, and I'll ask you
I'm
a
still
question.
tackling a good reason for anti-choice, a good reason for eating meat, and a good reason for linguistical realism.
Yeah, so are you I hate that I'm doing this. But do you eat meat? Do you eat animals?
That's besides the point. Your prompt does not ask
Throw
that.
myself out of the
Your
window.
prompt
I don't want him
asks
around
for a
anymore.
good
No, hang
reason
on.
for
I don't want him around anymore. That's my vote. I vote to kick him off the island.
You're draining me. Do you think that when I was typing these out with my phalanges that I had mental content I was trying to represent with these symbols on the screen? That's a yes or no question.
That's
a yes or no
you.
question. That's a yes
I
or no
said
question.
the answer was no, but
You don't think?
you
Okay, bye.
telling me
I love
this.
you. Bye. I love you. Bye. Can't do it. Can't do it. Holy shit!
That was brutal.
I was getting so embarrassed for him. Jim said that too.
That was hard. That was really hard to watch.
He said, "Oh, now that I've tackled this blatant misconception about Heisenberg uncertainty, let me move on to alpha males. And now that I got that wrong, I know about this
Phalangical
made-up
fluid.
prompt that you have. Holy shit, bro!
I've never seen somebody double. No, that's not true. I have seen it before, but it's not common that somebody will like get so caught up in a social situation that they're so not a part of, and just insist they are part of it over and over and over again, while continually being wrong and not understanding why other people are like, "Bro, just stop."
I'm not a part of the inside joke. Can I be a part?
Yeah,
You
so
can if you get through some of the other prompts.
yeah, so
Is that the dude
phalangical
that
fluid
said he
is.
was-
Go ahead, Dr. Truth.
Yeah, was that the guy that said he was a Sigma Beta? He's just pulling stuff out of his ass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So-
and this whole thing about God is nothingness, Meg called him out great, perfectly on that. And a vacuum is not nothing anyway. So I mean, he's just tripping on something, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh, if God's nothing, I agree that God exists. Cool. Like, whatever. Like, or I agree God doesn't exist, or whatever you wanted to say.
Meg
yeah.
asked him, and I really wanted him to, but I don't think he could have. Meg asked him what he defines nothing as, and we never got there, and I really desperately wanted that.
Well, at one point he said nothing is like a pregnant nothing.
He was trying to talk about virtual particles, but what does that have to do with God anyway?
Yeah. So Pubble, because you know Baldur's Gate 3 by just the sound. Yeah, it's if you could squirt two liquids out of your thumbs infinitely at the psi that you piss, what two liquids would they be?
Oh dang, Coke Zero for sure.
Coke Zero is
Oh.
goated.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh.
It tastes just like regular Coke.
it's better. Me and Coke Zero have an unhealthy relationship.
Vanilla Coke
An
Zero.
abusive relationship.
Oh yeah, man, I pound those Coke Zeros back like they're water.
And then
So
I'm learning about fingerprints.
I'll be
Yeah.
sitting there playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'll just down like 4 cans.
It's very educational.
What's your favorite
today
class to
about the
play
whole
as?
fingerprint argument. I'm learning so much.
Yeah. I forgot. That's the same guy. Yeah, he said nobody has the same fingerprints. Oh, that was Kurt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I need to know what everyone's Baldur's Gate 3 class is. Their go-to
Right now
class.
I'm playing as a
Wait,
I'm a monk.
What's the other fluid?
Oh
Coke Zero and
shoot!
what?
Yeah. No, the other
One
one
per
would
thumb.
be piss.
That's kind of goated. All right, Rez, what are your two fluids? If you could squirt out of your thumbs at infinite at the psi that you piss, what would yours be?
Sunflower oil and vodka.
Why sunflower oil?
Seed
Oh,
oils.
it's a trick I learned in Italy that like before you go out for a night drinking, you would take a shot of oil. It prevents harm.
Not seed oils. It will kill you.
Yeah, no,
No,
the Mega Bros told me that seed oils are gonna kill you.
Yeah, and they're never wrong about anything, right?
No, I've never been let down once.
Yeah, they said. What else did they? Oh, they said that Obama was sending the immigrants to vaccinate my children, and that turned out to be true. So
I don't even have kids, but they were still vaccinated by.
I don't even
Obama's
have kids
immigrants.
either. Thanks.
I did vaccinate
Thanks,
Obama's
Obama.
children with immigrants. So yeah.
Yeah. I like to find immigrant children and vaccinate them just to get payback.
I do it with Obama. Like, it's great. He and I go out at night and we'll sneak around, find an unvaccinated immigrant family, and we pounce.
Yeah.
This is the most head-ass fucking live on TikTok.
Well, it's not my fault. Wait, Dwight's not even here. Dwight was here. Dwight left years ago, didn't he?
We got rid of him.
Hey Jack, probably not. Has anybody ever told you that you sound exactly like Andrew Price from the podcast Deep Cuts?
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I assume not. I've seen a couple lives that you've been in. Every time I hear you talk, I'm just like, oh, is that Papa Pricey? No, that's not Papa Pricey.
I think he sounds like Shia LaBeouf on Air Duster.
You keep hoping that one's going to catch on. It hasn't yet. Does it hurt your feelings that it hasn't caught on?
No, it doesn't matter. Dwight, join up, please. I love you.
Dwight's a little pooky.
I only came up because that one guy was saying the Gospels were written by eyewitnesses, and then we moved right past it. That was very sad.
Yeah,
Guys, Sam said that Coke Zero is a basic bitch answer. You make me sad.
Sam did?
Dr. Pepper, hang on, wait. Dr. Pepper would be a basic bitch answer.
First of all, fuck you. It's second place favorite soda. Dr. Pepper kicks ass.
What's
Dr.
your
Pepper
first
does
place?
kick ass. Coke Zero.
Oh no! I mean,
Clearly,
just national
Ale 8
rankings.
is the choice.
Dr.
of soda.
Pepper is the. Dr. Pepper became like number 2 or number 3.
Okay. I'm a big fan of Monster, but only because
You want to stop your heart early.
violence.
Which monster? That's the
Gotta be
question.
the white
Green
ones.
the
so you can
regular
get
one,
those-
the regular one.
No, the white ones so you can get those Black Ops 6 coupon codes or friggin'.
All right, so Pubble has hit a woman before, so that just goes without saying.
He's currently wanted in a couple of states.
He's hit a woman
Hanging
and
my
go
laundry
in
out to
basic
dry,
training,
man.
right?
Jeez.
That's wild.
Megs, what's your monster of choice? Megs also drinks Monster White.
I
Clearly.
love
Megs goes around and
I
beats
don't drink
men.
Monsters.
Megs has put a few holes in a few walls. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Megs is actually
Meg.
just her online name. Her real name is Kyle.
I was just gonna say.
Chris Kyle?
Well, it's
Rest in peace.
Goons, but yeah.
Rest in
Goons.
piss.